What's up, travelers? Hoyoverse just did that thing again. If you watched the Genshin Impact version 6.3 livestream, you probably thought it was over. Rewards done. Codes claimed. Fade to black. And then, right at the very end, they dropped a single image. No explanation. No labels. Just shadows. And if you've been around long enough, you already know what that means. This is exactly how they teased Nadlon. And those silhouettes? They were all playable characters. So no, this wasn't random art. This was a warning. At first glance, it looks like 5 figures standing together. But according to Team Bounce, that's not the full story. Because if you look at the floor, on the far right, there's a 6th presence. Not a silhouette. A reflection. And that changes everything. So let's break this down properly. No hype. No stretching leaks. Just what we actually know and what we don't. Let's start with the first shadow. Lohen. Lohen isn't a random Mondstadt NPC. He's the vice captain of the Knights of Favonia's 5th Company and the Minister of Civil Affairs. He oversees Mondstadt's development, and more importantly, he's been traveling with Varka on the expedition. That alone puts him on a completely different level. His element is still unknown, but multiple sources suggest version 6.4, possibly paired directly with Varka. Hoyoverse doesn't do that unless a character matters. Next, the easiest silhouette to recognize. Varka, the Grand Master himself. Mentioned since early Mondstadt. Leader of the expedition. One of the longest teased characters in the game. Leaks currently point toward a Nemo, and his placement here is critical because it confirms something important. This teaser isn't about the distant future. It's about what's coming soon. Third silhouette. Nicole, a confirmed Hexenzirkel member. Already appeared in the 6.2 Archon quest. Described as angelic and potentially pyro-aligned. Her banner version isn't confirmed yet, but Hoyoverse would not include her here if she wasn't entering the playable roster. Hexenzirkel content is accelerating, and Nicole is right at the center of it. Fourth, and quietly one of the strangest, Linnea. We only know her through voice lines, specifically Anefa's. She's an advisor to the Adventurers Guild with deep knowledge of life sciences. But here's the weird part. She reacts fearfully to autonomous, mechanical life forms. Turning around. Running away. For no explained reason. Leaks suggest she may be a 4-star, and her smaller silhouette supports that, but story-wise? She feels important. Especially with Fontaine-level tech themes still unresolved. 5th silhouette. And this one is heavy. Snegurochka. Inspired by the snow maiden of Slavic folklore. Tied, at least through leaks, to ancient Hyperborean concepts. And possibly connected to Ajax, the historical inspiration behind Child. Some sources place her around version 6.5, but here's what matters. Hoyoverse does not casually tease lore-dense characters. Her presence here tells us something big is coming. Now, the most dangerous part of this image. Sandrone. She's not fully shown. No clear silhouette. Just a reflection. According to unverified leaks, Sandrone may die in a future storyline only to return later, changed. Different personality. Different element. Different combat role. Some leaks even suggest Electro, focused around superconduct. None of that is confirmed. But here's the key question. If Hoyoverse wanted to hide her, why show anything at all? A reflection keeps her existence ambiguous. Alive or dead. Playable or not. That ambiguity feels intentional. So, what does all of this mean? This teaser most likely represents 6 upcoming playable characters, spread across versions 6.4 through 6.7. Lohen and Varka lead the Mondstadt expedition arc. Nicole and Snegurochka deepen Hexenzirkel and ancient lore. Linnea introduces science and automation themes. And Sandrone remains the biggest wildcard Genshin has teased in years. This wasn't random. Hoyoverse never shows silhouettes without intent. And the fact that they chose to show a reflection instead of a shadow? That tells us the story is about to get very real. If you want updates on banners, kits, and future story developments, you're going to want to stay tuned. Because the next few versions? They're not just big. They're dangerous. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for daily Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact updates right here on the channel. This is Kashiro Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.